Just like this.
Hell yeah, we gon' live it up. And drive the haters crazy, we gon' burn the clutch. And ball outrageous, we gon' double up. It's all for the fam, cause all we got is us. Real nigga can't step on them. Protect at all costs, put a vest on them.
And then I come through with X on. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the greatest show on earth, bruv. All right, because you know it's a pretty good show where Trill and I are here, and the classy one, Mr. Neutral. Mr. Neutral is his name. The classy one is his game.
Love it.
Thank you. We'll let Mr. Neutral introduce himself in a second. He doesn't really need introductions anyway. But Trill, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Mate, just flying, to be fair. Just
You look a picture of health and togetherness. Oh, you're fully awake, one would say.
Thanks.
You got your wits about you, Ricco.
And while we're talking about wits, let's hear from our sponsors. D-Rock Clothing, 40% off. You know the old thing, bro. Yeah.
I need a new
What do you need?
a new tracksuit.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't help myself. Oh, okay, that.
Need a tracksuit. Need a tracksuit.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 40% off your total purchase at drock.co.uk. International shipping, you know, the rest, the vibes. Welcome to Open Panel Fridays across the way from the US to the UK. We have somebody very special with us, the classy one.
Did you
Mr.
mute my
Neutral.
mic when I was doing the remix?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know.
This is not BanterNBoxing. Don't be muting my mic.
Man,
Ricco.
I'm retired off of BanterNBoxing now. Eric is Mr. BanterNBoxing. It was with a heavy heart that
Oh man.
that I had to that I gave that shit. Hey, let's not be rude, man. Mr. Neutral, how are you doing? Red Corner Boxing.
Red Corner Boxing, Mr. Neutral's doing very, very well. Thank you, Ricco. And once again, thank you for inviting me on to Across the Way with you two fine gentlemen. My two pals. What can I say? I'll always be here when called upon.
Oh mate, you have all the right. That's why he calls you the classy one. Innit? You just know how to get to the right places there, pal. Big up to Mr. Alexander, Trill's biggest fan out here. That's a lie.
Big up, Alex.
Oh, that's
From
my bro Alexander. It's been a minute, man. Shoot, Alexander, send
your
Alexander
podcast. Shout out to my guy Trey.
Get your ass in here.
Yeah, get him. Send him the link. If you don't send my bro Alexander the link right now, wake up, Ricco.
Wake up, little Susie.
Guys, today is Open Panel Fridays. I
Yeah.
apparently forgot about
Yeah.
it. I will be putting the
That's a lot.
StreamYard in there. So if you'd like to have a conversation with myself, Trill, Mr. Neutral and Trill, then please come through, man. You know, that's what we love. You know, we Trill's had very successful streaming numbers.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Over the 18,000 mark. He thinks I don't care, or he thinks I don't pay attention to them. I'm here.
Thank you.
All right. I might choose to phase in and phase out, but that's my
Yeah,
choice.
You did great things. You did great things, man. Shout out to the people. Shout out to the people, man.
Mr. Neutral.
What's your favorite
Yes, sir.
song
Yeah,
on
shout
the
out.
album, Mr. Neutral? You already told me before, but what's your favorite song on the album, Mr. Neutral?
I've got a few on that album.
Got a few.
I do, because it's one of them. The more you listen to it, the more it grows on you.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those. It was one of those. Like somebody else told me that. It was like I was listening to it. I didn't even realize how dope Down Bad was, and I was like, yeah,
exactly, yeah. And your collaborations on there. Forgive me, I can't remember the name of the track. But, it's one that's got the lassie on it, and she's got the beautiful voice.
Oh yeah, that's Down Bad. That's what I was just talking about. That song, Down Bad. Yeah.
That I was listening to not yesterday, the day before, and I've shown it to my wife. You know, I said, "Look, that's my pal." She went, "You don't know any rappers. Shut up, you." I went, "No, he's a real rapper.
Yo,
I know him." Like she went, "You just got that off Spotify. Don't you dare tell me that's your pal." And I'm all right, okay then. Anyway, what do you think of that track? And she was like, "Oh, that's beautiful, that." And that, but obviously Buckingham Palace. That's a great. Zombie. That's another good one. I love Home Invasion. That's one of my other great. I really, that was one of the ones that struck me first. Is it What It Means? I'm terrible with names of the tracks.
What inspired Home Invasion?
It was one of your collabs there again.
Yeah. What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? That's it. What's on your mind? I love that as well. But you know, but I think I'm in agreement with Ricco. Buckingham Palace is the one because of that UK connection. You know, with the grime artists, and mate. It was fucking tremendous. Excuse me. It was tremendous.
Thank you, my bro. I really appreciate that. Definitely. What's going on, Alex?
Going on, Trill? What's going on, Mr. Neutral?
Rico? Alex, good to see you, mate.
Getting that overtime money. I haven't seen you. Must be you been working hard. You getting that bread. You getting that
overtime. I work from 1 o'clock in the morning till 12 o'clock every day until today.
You getting that money.
Oh yeah, it's been fantastic.
So yeah, you're gonna have to celebrate and do something for yourself. You know what I'm saying? My uncle always tells me.
You need to go hit a strippy, bro, because those hours are outrageous.
So you don't become resentful.
Yeah, well, the celebration is gonna have to be after Easter because it's Lent, and I swore off alcohol and a lot of other sweet treats. So this is.
That's why I don't really adhere to religions where they restrict you, bro. Because really,
you know, I know snacks. You know, I know snacks. You know what I'm saying?
Ricco, you're talking to an overweight 20-year-old man. We know snacks.
Hey, don't you take that shit back, okay? Don't ever say that again. You are a very successful, handsome guy, bro. You have a job. You're killing me right now. Immediately.
Rico, your passion is your job.
Get this. And Rico had a nerve to be sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Rico, he had this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Shout out
to be fair to Rico, I was sleeping until about 20 minutes ago. I saw the notification, like,
in it, bro. Yeah, nah, fuck that. I hear you. I hear that. I hear that.
You had the right to. You was working. You was working.
You weren't working.
How you been, Mr. Neutral? It's been a really long time since we got to chop it up like this.
It has, mate. It has. Busy. You're busy earning far more coin than I can ever dream of. But, mate, the wheel always comes round.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to meet on across the way with our great hosts, Trill and Ricco. But I still cherish our watch along with a fondness that you'll never understand. Alex, when you systematically got trashed on my watch along, and it was
Alex has done that a couple of times, man. Amazing, bro.
I
the journey is the best bit.
Yeah, I couldn't keep up with him. I tried, you know, and I was dying at the end of it. But Alex
said,
Alex in true style, trashed can hardly open his eyes, but by God, he had that camera up in the air, and he's with me. He's stuck with me, man. And I'm like, Alex, you're a trooper, mate. You're a star. He is like Mr. Neutral. I can't see what's going on, but I'm just listening to you commentate. And I've just thought, man, that is a superstar, and I'll always cherish. I've got it on tape. It's in my archives.
That's dope.
I watch that like every 3 weeks with a fondness as well, Mr. Neutral.
Bro, did you hear what this man just said? Can you, if you don't ever give me an introduction like that again, I'm never doing this fucking show with you. I swear to God.
It was a great time, Mr. Neutral.
I do.
Did you hear this? Man said, yeah, great time.
I told you. You woke up.
Right. I can't. All right. Okay. All right. Trill, can you take us to the land of milk and honey?
I passed out, falling backwards, and I rose like Lazarus.
Me too, bro. I woke up in this whole robe and everything, G.
I was in pieces. I couldn't breathe.
Yo. Yeah, we're gonna just kick it off, man. It's a lot that's been going on in boxing. You know, we got my man JP finally getting his respect.
Oh my God.
My man JP out here in these streets finally getting his respect, getting love. You know, I see my man Ricco hating on my man JP. I go on X. And
I will continue to hate until the day I die.
I don't know why. I don't see why. Y'all kind of look alike. I don't know why you hate on the homie JP. It's crazy to me.
Sometimes you hate what you are.
It's like,
you know what I mean?
I
look in the mirror and I'm like,
I feel like y'all can be cousins. I ain't lying. I feel like y'all can be cousins.
So wait, are you trying to say all light-skinned people look alike?
No, but I just feel like y'all go to the same barber. I feel like y'all get your haircut at the same supercuts. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are cousins somewhere down the line. You know,
for the record, I don't know what you're saying, but I'd like to.
Because of success. Are you half Samoan? You know what I'm saying?
I only recognize one true Samoan, bro, and he's not fucking. He's out. He's going on holiday in Thailand to fight. Who goes on holiday to fight?
Who?
Yeah. I'm not even. No. JP does not. He's not earned that.
To my man,
he's not earned that.
Yes, he has.
I'm not naming any. No, I'm not naming anything. But JP. The only thing cool about JP is that nickname you gave him.
And you the reason why JP is soaring right now. Do you know hate makes people feel great?
He's an undercover alleged drug baron, and he's living his best life for no reason.
Hate makes people elevate and be great.
I don't. Hate is a strong word. I dislike his everything about him.
It seems like everything he do, you got something to say. But
yes, that's true. Yes, I do. True, and I will continue to do so.
The comeback for the year, you still didn't want to give him to salute him. Listen. He will. I feel like he would do, even though I think he'll lose. I still think that he would do a better job than your guy.
See, now this is where we get hurtful, and this is why I should have stayed asleep.
What are you talking about? No, it's not.
Nah,
it's just
what
a little.
Mean?
I said.
Any. You know, you are so
him a cool name too. I gave your man Daniel Dubois a cool name too.
Don't do that.
That's his name. Take a knee.
Can we honor the guest, please? Like, you and I speak all the fucking time. Sorry, guys, that you had to hear this malarkey.
Yeah.
Alex,
take a knee. How do you feel about?
No, don't wait. Nah, listen.
And the love that JP has been getting lately, Alex, do you think it's warranted, or do you think he's overrated, or do you think it's about time that they start putting respect on my man JP?
You can say no, Alex. You can say nah. Fuck that. I mean,
well, up until this recent run of form, he wasn't doing anything much worth of praise because he had those back and forth fights with like Poe, and then he got flattened by the Juggernaut. So it was like, man, maybe he's finally like, we're finally at the ceiling of Joseph Parker. He was world champion once, but he'll probably never get it again.
Ever again.
And the Andy Lee hookup happened, and this angry little, relative of Fury was just able to turn it up for the Kiwi. He's done really well for himself. I'm really happy. Caden from the Boxing Bros has been saying for years that Joseph Parker had the talent, but he just did not have that mental grit, the willingness to bite down and fight through things. He was more relaxed. Now he's more willing to enforce his will. He's putting on a little bit more size. I'm really happy for Joseph Parker. I think he should get the Usyk fight, but those call outs of his where he does the music videos is always memorable.
Yeah, when people mention the
No one
Juggernaut
wants him, Parker, bruv. We don't need that shit.
I was looking at the Juggernaut fight, right? And I don't take with people. I just think it was a wrong game plan going in with the Juggernaut fight. And I thought that he did good. He actually softened up the Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
He softened up. He took something from the Juggernaut that night that he was never going to be able to. Yes, he lost that fight because I think he got tired from hitting him with everything but the kitchen sink. And that's why he ended up losing that fight. But I think he took away something from the Juggernaut that he will never be the same again. Shout out to JP. I felt like all he needed to do was to get with somebody who believed in him.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like he did that. And he got with somebody that believed in him. I've been saying it. This is a new JP. This is a new JP.
Oh, tell me my internet didn't crap out on me.
Now we still hear you though, my brother. You good? This is a new JP.
You probably ought to log out for this one.
Even with the situation with Wilder, people was writing him off with Wilder. He looked too confident. Then when he went in there with Big Bang Zhang, I said, nah, this is JP's time. And I'm going in there again against Daniel Dubois. Shout out to Daniel Dubois for pulling out the fight.
Don't shout out anything to do with Daniel. We don't need you.
What the need D? Shout out to
no. We don't. You know the South Park episode with the rednecks. We don't take too kindly to
shout out to taking need
type around here
for bailing out of the fight because he knew that JP was coming.
Alex, speak
something crazy. He knew that, and you see what happened to Martin Piccoli.
Scared Alex away.
He came in last minute against a guy who was super ready, super charged up. JP is on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the young man, JP.
He's not young.
He's young. He's younger than me.
He's younger than most.
Yeah. He's younger than me.
Mr. Neutral, you are unnecessarily quiet for no reason. I don't even like it, to be honest. Can you please?
Everyone's cooking, wait your turn sort of attitude. That's what I go with. And yeah, rightly so. JP, as the boys have quite rightly said, tremendous since his loss to Joe Joyce. Knockout in the 11th round. Daniel Dubois suffered the same thing to Joe Joyce. So both of these guys have got that kryptonite against each other. So, but look, you can't knock the guy for beating what's put in front of him. And the switch to Andy Lee, as Trill quite rightly said, has given him a new lease of life mentally. If not anything, but if it's been a long time since he's actually knocked somebody out, he's got Simon Keane 2 years ago. I don't know what sort of level you want to put Simon Keane at. Before that, he beat Figer or Peru by TKO in the May. Jack Massey, he scraped by unanimous decision. 96, 93, 97, 92 across the board. It's been, for me, a managed comeback when obviously sparring with the likes of the Tyson Furies of this world has done a great thing. But I come back to, this reminds me of an Anthony Joshua scenario. Since his loss to Usyk, he was managed back into them wins against either older or inferior opposition who were declining at some point. But listen, as I say, his confidence is sky high, as you quite rightly say, Trill. He can't do no wrong. He's the WBO interim champion to add to his WBO intercontinental. He's WBC silver international. So he's hungry at 33 years of age. He's found that love for boxing. But again, his videos are just absolutely humorous and fantastic. I love that one, you know.
Way to promote himself too. This is what the internet.
This is it. This is it. And he's learned things along the way. But Daniel Dubois is also on a similar arc. Lost to Joe Joyce, lost to Usyk, but I think that level of opponent has been younger, higher than Zhang and Wilder, and before that Simon Keenan and Opelu. Whereas Daniel Dubois, you know, he's not an AJ Hrgovic, Jarrell Miller. Before him, that for me, that standard is slightly higher. That's nothing against Wilder, 40-year-old Wilder and Zhang. You know, that's the stage where they're at when they fought this guy. But I'm thinking a 27-year-old, similarly hungry Daniel Dubois. And I think it's Providence that fight got called off because I don't think he was taking Joseph Parker seriously enough.
That's why
I think this is a blessing in disguise for Dubois. Definitely. And that he'll go into this fight with Joseph Parker, whether it be him or whoever Parker fights. Dubois will go into this next contest a wee bit more focused and not be looking to the next match beyond that. I think he made a mistake during that build up with Parker. And yeah, blessing in disguise in my eyes. But I think a focused Dubois should do the business.
Now, I totally agree with you. I think that somebody in his corner seen that. Like, oh, he is overlooking, because that's what I noticed. And I can notice from sitting all the way over here, you know, here in Boston, Massachusetts, if I can see it, I'm sure somebody close to him could definitely see it. I say he's overlooking my man JP. This is not a good look. JP is riding high right now. He got two big names in his back pocket. That's why I'm saying JP is riding high. He got the focus on him. You know, Ricco, fix your face. So JP is really focused right now. He know what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at my man JP. He posed the question that he wanted to fight the man Alexander Usyk, right? He wanted to fight him next. I'm not mad if he can't get in there, because I know that Daniel Dubois got a date. If he can't get in there with Daniel Dubois next, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad with JP getting a chance shot at Usyk. The reason being is because the names in the list that he's been fighting, he can't go backwards now. He done fought the Wilders. He done fought the Big Bang Zane. He done fought the Bacoli. He got to have the Usyk name now. You know what I'm saying? And this would be a good build up, a good stay busy fight for Usyk. But he can't slip on the JP because JP has all the actual technical skills as well. He doesn't do nothing like that. He does everything well. You know what I'm saying? He's a technical fighter.
Well-rounded.
You know? Yeah, well-rounded fighter, well-rounded guy. I have no quarrels or beef. And it's hard for me to hate on my homie JP, you know. But what do you guys think? I'm gonna go with you first on this one, Mr. Neutral. Then I'm gonna swing it to you, Alex. How do y'all feel about my man being able to, you know? How do you feel about him calling out Usyk?
Joseph. I mean, obviously, there's a bit of confusion as to the rotation of the belts and sanctioning bodies and the mandatories. There was so I feel that I would rather see undisputed. Sorry for the pause, but I would. Usyk for me has got 2, maybe 3 fights left. I don't want them seeing wasted on defenses of mandatories. I want to see it for undisputed. Failing that, then he's got to do his mandatories. But for the British public. I think for the American public in general, Dubois is a better name than Joseph Parker. Unbeaten in the sense of defensive champion, defending his belt.
Mhm.
That is but the only downside to that is it's a rematch, and it's a case of, is it a case of, been there, seen it, done it? It's just a foregone conclusion. But Daniel wasn't a champion then. He's a champion now. That's what gives this fight a bit more spice. It's for undisputed. It's not for 3 belts. It's for 4. I know Daniel had that. He didn't have that chance before, so he's got it now. Could that be the icing on the cake to push that hunger level over the line? I certainly hope so. But Joseph Parker, I think he's just one fight away from that chance of undisputed. I think what the plan is by Queensbury, and especially Frank Warren, he's already said this, is he wants Dubois and then Joseph Parker. So if all the sanction bodies and the managers and the teams come together and use their heads, nothing wrong with making Joseph Parker wait another 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm not mad at him shot at the opportunity. That's basically what the question was. Are you mad at him?
Yeah.
See a lot of people saying that he didn't deserve it.
Feeling a breakdown in talks with Dubois, that's the next natural fight. Would we agree?
Yeah, I agree. How you feel about that, Alex?
I'm happy Joseph Parker is actually trying to stake a claim for the heavyweight title, because he hasn't done that in years, because he knew the level where his skills currently were. He didn't feel like he could challenge AJ again because their fight wasn't very eventful and he didn't know how he could improve. And he wasn't going to fight Fury because that was his best mate. So we were at an impasse in that for a few years. Then Usyk came on the scene and he knew he had to earn his way up. And I think he certainly has. The problem with the Dubois thing that we mentioned before is if it would be on Joseph Parker to allow that undisputed to happen, because he would have to take step aside in order for his mandatory to not automatically strip an Alexander Usyk of that WBO belt. So he's going to need to be a part of the conversation either way if they want the Dubois fight to happen for undisputed like it should. But I'm with Mr. Neutral. I would like to see the Daniel Dubois fight before the Joseph Parker fight, just because of the excitement factor that a young Daniel Dubois, who's on his most dangerous physical run of form right now, is.
Nah, I agree with you and feel like he's been cheated. That's it. That's been the rhetoric going around the boxing world, like he's been cheated or something like that. I was actually.
It's a wild claim to say you got cheated when you punched another man in the balls.
What do you mean, bro? That was a legal punch, rude boy. What are we doing?
Ricco, I can send you to Specsavers and get you a pair.
We got fights. We got fights actually coming up.
We got fights
tomorrow. We're gonna start with the first card. It's actually a DAZN card. Actually, it's gonna have a young lady by the name of, I don't want to butcher her first name. What was her first? Her last name's Johnson. She's opening the fight.
Shanika.
Yeah.
Johnson.
If you don't butcher it, you ain't make it.
And then you got Sky.
He was gonna say Chenica.
I didn't just really want to say
the
nothing.
only name that Trill should really get off the rip.
Why should I get that, Ricco? Tell me why. Tell me why, Ricco. Let me know.
I like that one Backstreet Boys song. Because you have great pronunciation.
Ricco, horrible. That was horrible of you, Ricco. Just you.
I'm sorry that I complimented your pronunciation. How dare I?
That's you being geographical again. Then on that card also we have Miss Sky. She will be fighting as well. Sky Nicholson. She will be fighting as well. And then leading the charge is everybody's favorite Australian, George Kambosos Jr. On the zone. How do you guys feel about this card? I'm actually more excited about the young ladies that's opening the card. And I'm just being honest. No hate, no shade. You know, I just been hearing a lot about Miss Johnson, so I want to see her. And then I'm a big, huge fan of Sky, so I'm locked into that. So I'm more entertained for the undercards than I am the main event. How do you, Rico? You have a lot of joy. How do you feel about this card, Rico?
Mate, like just hearing you pronounce stuff makes me love boxing even more because you're a great pronunciator. That's where we're going to start off with.
Thank you.
I just, Trill, when you say things like that in terms of great cards and in terms, Alex, it's not your turn. No,
I haven't said a word, Ricco.
No, but I heard exactly what you said. Stop saying shit. All right. So, where was I? The negativity. Yes. I mean, a top contender who just keeps on getting opportunities after opportunities, like a ferocious Cambosis. He's fighting. Well, I don't know, but it's good for Australia, and that's
Put up
I
the
don't
comment.
know.
Put up the comment. Put up the comment. Put up the comment. He basically sums it up.
Nah, wait, not till I'm finished. All right, we'll get there.
Nah, you got to put it up now.
You got him. He definitely sums it all up.
I don't know who's admin, but hold on. So, where was I? Yeah, man, we have the ferocious Cambosis, who, as I said, there's just, do you know what it is, Trill? There's a plethora of Australian talent that we're going to soak in like a sponge tomorrow. I've got my sponge on. I'm ready to absorb. And Cambosis, you know what? To that guy, they gave him one of the few people, bro, can just go in there, knock out, and everyone has a great day. That's what they did. That's what they did to Cambosis. Shout out to my guy. Sky Nicholson. Mate, I hope that she doesn't get injured, which I don't think she will be. So Sky is going to win by doing the double jab, feint, come back, and then a straight right. But it doesn't look like a straight right. It's like I don't know. But yeah, that's how she's going to win unanimous.
Shout out to Sky doing boxing.
Sky's the limits. It's Sky. She retweets me a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah. She retweets me a lot, and I just want to say thank you to the great people of Australia. All right, when you're all ready, you don't have to live there. There's safer places. So, yeah, man.
Yo, Ricco, man.
True, whoever's next, but thank you guys.
I know you just took us on a wild ride.
I'm literally waking up now, like I'm right there.
I'm sorry, I've just woke up myself.
I know.
Forgive me.
Yo, what is going on?
He was thinking about this card, and he said, "Nah, can't do it."
Okay, can I say something controversial, but the truth? No one gives a shit about anybody on that card except for Nina Hughes when she's fighting that other Lengting there, which she definitely is going to win, and this guy Nicholson and Shanika. Yeah.
Shanika Johnson. And,
yeah, bro, you didn't even know who that was.
No, I just didn't want to fumble her name, and they'd be like, "Yo, there's something else. She's not from the hood." Listen,
she's from the hood. It sounds hood. That's fine. That sounds right there where it was invented.
I'm really looking forward to Shanika Johnson and Sky. Not like my man said in the comment section that Rico's hating on. Definitely check it. You missed it.
Plethora, disingenuous. You're just a vocabulary machine. Big up to Eric, Mike.
You went over the comment. You went over. Definitely checking for the lady fights this weekend. Don't really care about the ferocious one. That's the type of vibe that everybody. How you feeling about this? Mr. Neutral?
Yeah, great actually.
You
I'll be doing a watch along from probably 8:30 in the morning onwards tomorrow morning for this card for very good reasons. Sugar Neeks, you know,
It says it's on at 4 a.m.
that's for you.
That is
Uh,
4 a.m. in the morning. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to watch.
yes, sir.
This is crazy.
Welcome to the UK world when we're watching,
Yeah.
US boxing, but for good reasons,
So y'all be
if you-
watching it at 8 a.m. I gotta watch it at
8
4
a.m. The zone is starting at 8 a.m. So yeah, we'll be doing a watch along for that. I'll be bleary eyed, first thing in the morning. But look, super excited. 4 great fights on that undercard and main event. Yeah, Shanika Johnson, Sugar Neeks against can't remember the other lassie's name.
Sky Nickel.
No, the other one.
Oh.
No, the Sky's fighting Tiara Brown. Nina Hughes, that's it. Nina Hughes. So but she's had an interesting week as Sugar Neeks, hasn't she? With the weigh-ins and press conferences and the attire or lack of. So she's got her attention, or the people's attention, on that fight. Whether or not she's got a win or not is another thing. Nina Hughes is a very, very adept boxer. Certainly make life tough. Sky Nicholson, Tiara Brown after that.
That's a tough. That's gonna be a tough.
I'm expecting a very tough Tiara Brown to bring a fight to Sky Nicholson on home ground. We've seen in the press conference and the weigh-in, she is taken that I'm going to beat you attitude straight to Sky Nicholson. I love it. Speaking with our partners across the pond there, Trill, in the ring with Christine, Women Crushing It Wednesdays. They've been promoting Tiara Brown. They had her on the show, even got a question in. And, this boxer she's not there to muck around. She's there to win. And Sky Nicholson should not be taking this fight, lightly by any measure, because I do believe that Tiara Brown, she gets on the inside of her from within Sky's range and gets her in the pocket and starts working on the body. Then Sky Nicholson is in trouble. But if Sky Nicholson can keep that range with a jab and a good footwork for 10 rounds, then it could be a long night for Tiara. But she's got to close that distance. I do believe she will. I think she's very quick. And when she gets in there, she'll unload combinations and good scoring points. So, all to play for. So, I'm not going to say who's going to win. I think it's 50-50. It really is.
Yeah.
And true to my nature, Mr. Neutral, I'm keeping this straight down the line.
Yeah, I'm going with the longer arms of Sky in that fight.
She has
Alex,
long arms.
Ricco. Alex, how you feel about this card? Before we lost my man World Combat Sports. I was actually saving him because I wanted to talk about the next event, and I wanted to know I was going to shoot it.
Scared him away. You scared him away with your rhetoric.
Right to him because I wanted to ask him about the next event. As far as we'll get there. We will follow the bouncing ball. Alex, with this card that we got happening at 4 a.m. in the morning for me.
Oh, mate. Oh, my God. Is it really going to be 4 a.m. for all of you?
It's 4
That's the
a.m.
beginning of the card,
Well,
yeah.
it's going to be 3 a.m. Central Standard Time and 2 a.m. PST.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. Somebody said, yeah, probably in California, be out
So
like.
you have to wake up early.
Hey, listen, I never sleep anyway. You know, just say that.
The eyes are always
You
closed
will
and
not
they
take
know.
this away from me, Trill. No,
Sleep
Trill
is the
does this
cousin of
thing.
death.
He takes stuff away from me when he knows I'm enjoying.
Nah, you know, I'll
You're
be
not
up
gonna do
eating
it with this
breakfast.
one,
I'll
Trill.
be up eating breakfast. You know, anyway. So you know, it's I gotta have
Wait,
one up on everybody. So you know,
what is it? 8 a.m. tomorrow, Padre.
yeah, 4 a.m. and
Yes,
it's 8 a.m. for you.
8 bells.
It's 8 a.m. for you, 4 a.m. for me.
For what reason?
So we'll be having French
Because
toast and
Australia
hot
is
chocolate.
11 hours in front of
Trill.
us. son.
When we decided to do the show together, you know my opinions on the French.
You still
Don't
mad
worry, they
about
have no world
He's still
champions,
mad.
Ricco.
Yo,
You're fine.
Alex,
I will
he's
never
still
not be
mad about
mad.
the
I'll never
Revolutionary
not be
War.
mad.
He's
I'll
still
never
mad
not be
about
mad.
the
I'll never not be petty, and I'll never.
Revolutionary War. You know?
This is the thing. Okay, all of our across the way listeners, and we've been doing the 60 episodes, brother. So all of you lot, you're there, innit? You all knew what I was before you met me, and you still decided, yeah, bro, let's do this. You all knew what I am, yeah.
Yeah.
And Trill was like, "That's what's up, homie." So I was like, "Okay."
Yo, I didn't realize that you was this big of a bigot. But Alex,
You knew.
you see this fight. You think that are we crapping on our man George Kambosos, or what we're saying is it warranted that we're valid and only looking forward to the undercard?
Be honest, Alex. God is watching, or atheist God.
Trust me, I know he's always watching.
He's always gonna say that.
Elon Musk right now. I'm joking.
Listen, George Kambosos, he came on the scene and surprised me with that Teofimo Lopez fight, because before that, I never even heard of him. Apparently, he's of Greek descent, but he was raised in Australia, so hey, go figure. No idea who he was.
They're trying to build a wall around him right now.
He surprised me with the Teofimo fight, and I kept an eye on him ever since. But it didn't lead to much keeping an eye on him. I watched Devin Haney outclass this dude back-to-back times. He gets a majority decision over who? I don't know. I don't even remember the fight, to be honest with you. And then he goes in with Loma and gets stopped in 11 rounds. So I don't think we're hating. We're just reflecting his current run of form, which has been doo-doo butter cheeks. So it's not been something to be like proud of, with having him as your main event, fighting a dude named Willie. So good luck with that.
What?
I agree that we're looking forward to the undercard more than the main card. Yes, I am, Trey. Trey, if that's you,
that's
yes,
not
I
Trey.
am.
That's not Trey. That's Ricco. But yeah,
Trey, bro. Trey. You
don't
listen.
have to type.
It's not me, bro. Oh, mom's life. Sit down. Okay, go on.
Now, but I feel you. I feel you. I was really thinking that it should have been Sky's coming out party. She's the real champion. She's the only champion on the card.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But hey, what do I know? And this chauvinistic.
Nah. You always ruin it.
Moving right along. There's also another fight going on, and it's going down on Prime. We have the guy from 300, the tall one. You know what I'm saying?
What, Leonidas?
Yes. That's it. Ondora.
What, just six pack?
He's gonna rain down punches on Mr. Booker. I was wanting to ask World Combat Sports before you dipped out on us. I just seen the weigh-in and the height difference. This is crazy. This is like Kevin Hart and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Kevin Hart next to each other.
This is like this is crazy. They was facing off. He's looking at his nuts. I mean, look at things.
They were facing off.
He confused it for a speed bag. He's like, oh no, wait, that's my opponent.
Nah, true, man. Nah.
This is
nah,
crazy.
there was stilts there. I heard.
Yo, he's gonna be punching down on him.
6'6", 154.
Yo, how does he? I don't know how he does it. Listen, I've been marveling about this kid since he came in here, right? I thought it was. I was like, how is he able to make this weight with his height? I thought
Shout
that
out to Gary Cully.
Listen, it was. This is not a surprise to me. There was another kid that came way before this. You know what I'm saying? His name was Paul Williams. He wasn't as tall as he was, but he had that same type of frame. And I used to be like, how can he do it? And he was fighting at 147. At one, he was amazing.
It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because they're eating one
Shout out to my man Paul Williams. But yeah,
they're eating one cucumber a day.
This guy is amazing. Fondora, I thought that when people was crapping on him, he showed me a lot of grit and showed a lot of heart that he really loves this sport no matter what. And not to mention, his sister is on my top 10 as far as pound for pound fighters. Shout out to her sister, Gabrielle. I don't know what it is with all the sisters being better than the brothers. It's like the Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller thing. I don't know what it is, because if you look, I think the sister's better than Daniel too.
Caroline Dubois.
You know what I'm saying? I think
you can't help yourself.
I was saying, I can't. But this is what I was saying. The height difference in this is crazy.
You mentioned he has to punch down. Is that not as awkward as having to punch up?
I don't know, because
it is weird. It takes away the power of the back.
Wait. Hold on. Can we get a pull-up skirt reverse, Padre? What did you say there?
I said, Sebastian Fondora, he has to punch down. He's punching down at Cordell Booker. And Cordell Booker's having to go up. Right.
He's having to go up on his tiptoes.
This
is gonna be I gotta see this fight.
But what I found interesting about Fondora was the amount of times that a smaller guy than Cordell Booker, I think it's his name, in Tim Zug could tag.
No, for sure. Shout out to El Booker, man. Me too, bro.
How many times did he tagged Fondora in that fight? Cordell Booker, for me, will have just as much success because he has to come down and he has to keep his guard, but he has to come down. So his back is actually leaning forward because his legs can't bend that much, or he'll just fold under a punch. So he has to come down, and that's where, for me, he is vulnerable up through the middle and around the sides when he's got that high guard coming down. It's up to Cordell Booker to work it out.
Yeah, I mean,
no one's really giving him a chance, are we?
Yeah, a lot of people don't give the young man Sebastian Fondora though the credit. They think about the time that he lost, which I think was a terrible reason. He was coming off of some big wars, and I think it was actually too soon for him to come, especially after the Erickson Lubin fight. And then the fight, I thought it was too soon. He was fighting back to back, and this young man was getting in the wars. It was a matter of time before he ran into something. Especially he fights small. I don't know what it is with these big guys. Paul Williams used to do it too. They got all the gifts. They got the height and they got the length with the arms. But once it gets nasty and gritty in there, these guys start fighting small, and they want to.
Not about it, and it's no minerals whatsoever.
Like they one of the small guys. They like to get in there and fight it out too. So that's why I give
like
him
Nick Ball.
Yeah, but the problem for Fondora fighting small,
he gives away a lot.
It's his extremely long arms to try and get his punches off from the elbow. He has to step back.
Have you seen his sister fight? It's the weirdest shit I've seen in my life. Respectfully.
It's extremely hard for him to fight in the pocket without having to come wide.
Yeah,
because His
his biggest-
arms are extremely long.
I agree. That's his biggest thing he gives away. If he could stay disciplined and fight on that, he would be like, But here's something in him that clicks, and he be wanting to go in there. He be wanting to fight it out and fight in the middle. The same thing like what Paul Williams used to do. Alex, what do you want to just chime in with something? It seemed like you were trying to say something.
Well, the thing about Sebastian Fordora, I don't know if he can box this way, but another fighter who was like this with extremely long arms, but was able to successfully fight on the inside because of his style, was Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns would keep you on the long distance with that flicker jab, and he would lay the boom with the
Alex
right
really
hand.
knows
But
this shit, man.
Yeah,
but
it's
whenever you came in, because he had the hitman style, he could bump you up with the arm, throw in tight uppercuts and hooks, but he
Threes
never
and
let
fours.
himself get. There was only one fight, well, two, that he got really overwhelmed by someone's like inside pressure. That was Marvin Hagler and it was Iran Barkley. It was those two gentlemen that really didn't allow him to fight well on the inside because every time he tried, he'd get hit and he'd have to move, but he'd get tired. So I think if Sebastian Fedor, I don't know if he can do the style, but if he can implement a little bit more of like a hitman style on the inside where he shells and lifts with that arm and throws in a tight uppercut, it would be well for him.
Yeah,
it definitely would.
He would have to move him away and then
Mhm.
He'd have to keep doing that. And it's funny you mentioned that first round against Thomas Hunter and
Hagler or Barkley.
Yeah.
Hagler. Hagler just went straight at him. He never he closed the distance so many times.
Well,
Every time he let go, he was straight in there.
To Hearns' defense, because I'm a big Thomas the Hitman Hearns fan. It's my mom's
No
favorite.
way.
It's my mom's favorite fighter, so it's my favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? by passing, he broke his hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you see the size of Morgan Hagler's eyebrows?
He broke his hand
Those
on his
things
head.
were-
You know what I'm saying? He broke his hand on his head. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the biggest fights that I always. But shout out to Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
And Iran Barkley done the same thing.
Yes,
He
exactly.
denied him the distance because Thomas Hunt is that jab, and then bang.
The greatest
Beautiful
right
start. And then he come round
in
the side.
boxing history.
Fucking brutal. And when he
Exactly,
had
it's
you
like
at
a drill.
range. And that's what Fedora needs to learn with that as you quite rightly said, Trill, those advantageous attributes.
He does, and he needs to get one of those dynamite right hands like the great Thomas the Hitman Hearns. He need to get one of those. You know what I'm saying? If he developed one of them,
It's the setup. Thomas Hunt would set you up. He'd set you up with that.
But no, the fact that you said that though reminded me of a fight, right? It reminded me of Thomas the Hitman Hearns and Duran. And I feel like if he could have this type of performance, if he gets some space there with Booker, he learns to keep these guys on, he can have a performance just like that. On that undercard, it's both these cards is not the best card, but we do have Jose Ramos on that undercard of that fight as well. Everybody's looking forward to seeing him. Another big thing that's been on everybody's minds lately is everybody's been talking about this Fatal Fury match. This Fatal Fury card with that Turkey Alice Sheik has put on. I have been hearing
in Manchester.
Here's the funny thing. The Fatal Fury with
Times Square Padre
and everybody. I have to come to Turkey Alice Sheik's defense. I do, not like I want to, but I have to, because people have been crapping on this card and calling it this to see. Look, he hasn't been doing what he was supposed to be. Like he said, he's putting all these cards together. Look at this card. Mind you, if you look at all the other cards, I'm not mad at this card. Look at all the other cards that's being put out. You can't expect to get a last crescendo on every card. You're not going to expect to get that on every time out. I don't see nothing wrong with this. I actually think it's a dope card. It's the return of Badu Jack, my man. Let him get some bread. Haven't seen my brother in a while. Shout out to him. Yeah. And then you got the rematch. We get the rematch.
Munguia.
See if he can get that get back because he got upset of the year. Everybody was saying that was upset of the year. I'm not.
I reckon
Don't
he's
worry,
finished,
Ricco. He'll
man.
get the get back this time. The Frenchman's going
Nah,
down.
he's not, bro. He's not, bro.
finished. He's
He's
20.
not. If
He's
you're
27
nah,
years of age. He's not
This-
finished. He's only
listen,
lost
I
to
don't mean to
Canelo.
be that
Stop
guy.
it.
This is Rico. Actually,
If you're getting knocked
Rico,
out by
I
a
need
French,
to know this, Rico. I need to know this because when
Bear
it
with me.
comes to these two, this has been really heavy. Rico, don't hide your face, Rico. You got to show your face and don't cover up your mic either, Rico. You know what I'm saying? Don't mute your mic and don't cover up your face. Who you going for, the Mexican or the Frenchman? The world needs to know. Who you going for, Rico? The world needs to know. Who you going for? Are you going
He
for?
says he's finished and he hates Frenchmen. So, you work this one out.
sorry about that. I had to answer a call, but what was that?
We know your love for Mexicans.
You
So
see,
I wanted to know.
you see, Mookie's finished.
Where? Who lied to you? What
What
love?
are you talking about? Your love for Mexicans. So I wanted to know.
I'm trying to
are you
build a
going for
wall,
the
bro.
Mexican
I'm trying to build
or-
a huge wall,
Are you
bro.
going for the Mexican or the Frenchman?
I'm got.
And the Mongia fight. Who you
Told
going
you. I told you.
It's got Eddie. Anything
hey,
over
you gotta-
France.
hey,
Okay,
you
so
know,
yeah, no, I'm
He
going
says
Mexico.
Mookie's finished, but he hates the French. So
Nah, yeah, no. Do you know what it is, lad? Sometimes you have to look at the lesser of two evils.
and you
Yeah,
look and you figured
That's where I'm going with this.
you figured Rico figured
he is judging his
I
boxing
reckon-
by the less of two evils.
I reckon Munguia is going to get knocked out, but I don't want that to happen, and neither does Christ.
That he looks most likely like he's Mexican, so he's gonna pick the latter of the two.
Absolutely,
So I
million
get it.
percent,
I get it.
The only
million
one
percent.
close
That's
enough
why
to look both
I would
Mexican
be a
and Kiwi at the
terrible
same time,
policeman,
Rico.
bro.
How do you
That's
manage
your
it?
reasoning.
Pardon?
Rico, how do you manage to look both Mexican and Kiwi-like? How do you manage it, my brother?
Bro, do you know what it is? Yeah, certain. All right, nah, I can't even say.
Samoan.
We're on live television right now.
Like
I can't do that.
Samoan. That's what you're Mexican Samoan.
Shout out to the only real Samoan out there, my guy Jai Opataya.
I thought you said The Rock was.
The final boss.
Nah, Jai's greater than The Rock, 1,000,000%. The Rock don't even know who he is out here. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the real Samoan, who's been honored in Samoa. My dog, the realist, Jai Opataya right now. Hello be his name.
Show has JP. But yo, here's the thing that I wanted to say. So I wanted to say to you guys, I've been finding myself defending him because this card is not that bad, and then it tops it off with the bestseller. The pound for pound, the face, not the pound for pound number one, but the pound for pound number one face of boxing, the one that sells the tickets to put the butts in the seats is my man, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So I don't see what the big deal is and where the hate is coming from for this card. Every card is not going to be a whoop-de-doo out the park, last crescendo type of card, sometimes, but I think you got three great fights on there. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think about this? Am I bugging?
Is Turkey going to be a victim of his own success with Last Crescendo?
Yeah, doing cards like that because people are going to expect more. That's what you're saying, Mr. Newton?
Yeah. Is every other card now a B- because of Last Crescendo? Because it set the bar so high and for so cheap?
Yeah.
And this is what I said in many a space, many a show last year, that Turkey Al Sheikh, the bigger the plan, the harder it is to keep that plan going. Everything else looks like rubbish compared to that. And that is what is the mindset with boxing fans when it's inexplicably, subconscious in the fact that once you have a card that Last Crescendo, I remember the Don King done it in 73, going to Africa. The card he put on there is a super card, 4 championship fights in one card. It was unheard of. And every card that he done after that was non-plus compared. So this Last Crescendo card and what it comes after it until it's matched is going to be watered down interest. It's diluted, and where it should be appreciated, it's undervalued.
How you feeling, Alex?
This card they're looking at it the wrong way. They're trying to compare it to, the other Riyadh season cards where, it was filled to the brim, top to bottom with main events. They need to look at this as a stepping stone because look what we're building up to in September. We're building up to the fight that people claim they've wanted to see with a pound for pound Crawford versus pound for pound Canelo. So if you would just adjust your expectations accordingly to what it's supposed to be instead of all trying to take a shot at Turkey because this isn't as good as the last one, look at it in its proper context. This is to set up for an even bigger fight. We need to get through this to get to our destination. So just adjust your expectations accordingly.
Yeah, and
I agree.
We're getting fights too. We're gonna get fights. Next is the Crawford and Canelo fight. As we know, we got word that the WBO president has confirmed that Terence Crawford will not be returning to super welterweight division and will be relinquishing his belt. And Xander Zayas is likely to be named the mandatory challenger to fight Sebastian Fondora.
That's interesting. Interesting. That means that Crawford's got no intention of. Yeah, he's got no intention of going back to 154, and he'll stay at 168 should he continue his career, or maybe at 160 should he feel that there's belts there to be won to continue this legacy that he's built up, and quite rightly so because he's a 4-weight, 2 times undisputed champion, unbeaten, with a 70% knockout rate. It's fantastic.
Opportunity to become 3 division undisputed.
And this, I was saying, I posed a question to many people about this. The winner of this fight, should it be Terence Crawford or Canelo Alvarez, the legacy value of this fight is defining for both of them, because it defines both of them beating a pound for pound champion in one way or another. Canelo won't get as much respect for the win as well as would Terence Crawford, obviously going up in weight to a 5th weight division, taking on the pound for pound ex number 1 in Canelo, only being beaten by the wonderful Floyd Mayweather and another wonderful boxer, Dimitri Bivol. He'll get so much praise for that and so much kudos, and quite rightly so. But I do feel that I have to point out that Canelo should get a measure of congratulations and kudos in the fact that the challenges for him at this stage of his career are now thin at 168. For one reason or another, the fights that we wanted Canelo to see, or many fans wanted to see, especially across the pond, was the Benavidez fight and such. So that's now out of his range because he's 168 champion. He's fighting Skull next on Cinco de Mayo weekend to become a 2 times undisputed at 168. Now, if he goes to fight Crawford at 168 again, can you imagine that 6 defenses of undisputed by that time? That's in a legacy in itself that is unrivaled, unmatched.
Wasn't he the only person to defend it like 4 times?
Exactly. So he's got another 2 defenses this year against 2, legitimate opposition in Skull, who's the IBF champion, and Terence Crawford, who's a 4 times 2-time undisputed champion, coming up to challenge Canelo. So Canelo must return to the pound for pound top 3 should he beat Terence Crawford and restore that pound for pound legacy. But by no means it pales into comparison the achievement that one Terence Crawford could achieve here in beating Canelo Alvarez, because the consensus, the majority, is that Canelo will win and probably stop Terence Crawford. I believe that Terence has got the ability and the tools to take Canelo to the distance and leave it to the judges. That as far as power is concerned, Crawford's power is it's there, it's clear and present, but at lower weights, Canelo's never been down, never been knocked out, I've never seen him rocked.
There's only one fight I saw Canelo's chin crack a little bit. It wasn't
Cotto's brother.
Yeah, it was Cotto's brother. He got
He
him a
shook
little
it
bit
off
because it was a young
At
Canelo who got hit.
154.
Yeah.
He didn't turn. He didn't turn with the shot completely.
That's why he developed that, because he's like, if I
Yeah.
let my chin get touched that often, because at that time he was fighting aggressive, like more aggressive than he is now. He's like, I won't do that. So now he's got that chin turn he's been implementing for the past 15 years.
Yeah, I just feel that Crawford would need a 5-punch combination to stop clean with power to stop
That's
it.
fair.
I think that Terence Crawford is very skilled, and if he can pull this off, he will be one of the greatest fighters he'll be the greatest fighter of this era.
No doubt, no doubt.
Finally, pound for pound, #1 if he does so.
Yeah, I think he would
Of all time.
That's. I don't know. I do all time because
I would say all time.
No. I'm sorry.
But
it's unparalleled.
I said where he would definitely put himself of this era, because Floyd had his era. This era will be the Terence Crawford era, and because
3-weight undisputed, Trill.
Yeah, but he didn't
3-weight undisputed.
He didn't have 26 world champions. I know a fighter that had 26 world champions in his era. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does something special.
But he never did undisputed once, though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this is
every era is different.
Every era is different. This is the 4-belt era.
These are the wonderful debates that people will be arguing about for years to come.
This is like how we had different eras. Like we had the Muhammad Ali era, we had the Sugar Ray era, we had we had all these different eras, and each guy brought something different to these eras.
Oh, without a doubt. But for pure achievement in belt wise,
this would have to be up there. Yeah,
this is unparalleled.
Yeah, when definitely it'll definitely be. But yeah, shout out to TC. This would be huge.
But
this is a tall order.
It's a very tall order, and that's the pinnacle of the achievement.
I think that he has an extra couple of screws in this. This is what I'll give TC. He has a couple extra nuts and bolts in his tool bag than Saul has. The thing that Saul has, though,
is a bigger hammer.
This is a sturdier hammer. And he knows the land. He knows the land. He knows where he can build on, because he knows the foundation of the land, because he's been here. TC he's never been to this land. So I have a feeling he might sink because he don't know the foundation. He don't have the foundation because of the weight. The weight's going to be an issue. Even though, he's going to come in there. And I feel like they did a disservice to TC by not giving him a fight, to give him acclimated at the weight, going in against somebody like a Saul. Because people forget that Canelo is a pound-for-pound star as well.
But that's a TC decision. He could have had a tune-up before this fight. The worry was, if he was to have a off day or a bad decision, the cost to the Canelo fight would have been too much.
Because people are going off of this last fight that happened.
He's took the decision, and this is where I give Terence Crawford so much kudos. smart, very smart. He knows he has to go up 14 pound from his normal welterweight. I know he fought a 154, but he's going up 14 pound from there. So in actual fact, from take the Terence Crawford out, he's going up from 147 straight to 168. 21 pound, right? He's had one fight with 7 pound on from 147. So that's what I'm talking about, that achievement. But he's got to be, when he's going to be the same size as Canelo, when they're both at 168, both rehydrating as well. Terence Crawford could be one there at 180 pound. But Terence Crawford, for me, Terence Crawford, he could be. He could put 12. He could rehydrate 12 pound after making weight easily. I mean, I've heard some people say that Terence Crawford walks around at 200 pound. I don't think that's quite right. I think he walks around 180, 185. That's 13 stone, right? Just over 13 stone. And he's 5'9". That's about right. Off camp. When he comes back in, and he's the same height, the same weight, the one thing that Terence Crawford brings that nobody else since Floyd has brought to a Canelo fight, and that includes Bevel, is ring IQ. You said Terence Crawford is going into unfoundational ground. Well, he's found that on 4 different occasions when he's moved up weight, when he didn't know what he was coming up against. 4 different occasions, and he cleaned up.
Can we really say that? Like, these been gradual weight, like going up one weight class.
Same as Canelo.
No, it's not. That's 2 weight classes. That's from 154 all the way to 168. You're skipping a whole weight class. He went from 135, right? He went to 135. Then and then he went to 140. Then he went back to 135. Then he went back. No, I'm telling you what TC did. He went from 135. Then he went to 140. Then he went back to 135, grabbed the belt. Then went to 140. And then he had his reign at 140. And then had his reign at 140. Then moved up to 147. Had his reign, did his thing, and then moved up to 154. These are all steps. This is fine. This is wonderful. That's amazing. That's kudos to him. To me, it's the 2-weight jump. I hear everything that you're saying, and I'm with you, Mr. Neutral. I agree. He has the IQ. That's why I said he has a little bit more tools in his toolbox. I'm saying that they make weight classes for a reason, and we also have a guy in there by the name of Saul Canelo Alvarez that is no slouch in there when it comes to the ring IQ department too. And I think he knows what TC brings to the table. TC is not an original. This is 2 special fighters, going at it. We're going to see if TC can, if he does this. I am hoping that it's great for boxing. It's great for boxing.
Has to be
America, baby.
It has to be.
It's great for boxing.
Can you imagine the euphoria in America that the guy that beat Canelo at last, American?
Yeah. It would be great for boxing.
They'll be making statues in Times Square of Terence Crawford.
You know how we're all, like, even me, I'm guilty. I'm guilty, Mr. Neutral and Alex. I am totally guilty because I am saying that Saul wins this because of they make weight classes for a reason. That's my whole argument, right? Now, am I the bad guy because does Canelo get credit for this win? Even though we're saying that they make weight classes for a reason, do we credit Canelo for this win?
Did Roy Jones Jr. ever fight a cruiserweight?
Well, eventually he did.
But during that initial jump, no, he just went right up to heavyweight.
He skipped it. He went from light heavyweight to heavyweight.
Thank you. Job done. Enough said.
But
But
hold
I know John Ruiz is
yeah,
no
that's what I'm about to
Canelo.
say.
I know that. I know that.
John Ruiz
I'm
is
talking
Ruiz
about.
was a decent fighter, but
I'm talking about the possibility because look what he
yes.
did to Ruiz.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not
Every time
saying that
somebody says
Terence
John
Crawford can
Ruiz,
replicate that. I'm
mhm,
saying Terence Crawford, with
yeah,
his IQ, can identify during a fight weaknesses in his ops. Am I
mhm.
wrong?
Yeah, I
You're
would
not
say
wrong.
every time somebody says John Ruiz, you know what I think of? I do not think of Roy Jones. I think of David Tua. You know what I'm saying? I think of David Tua. I think of that knockout, that first round knockout. That was the worst knockout I've ever seen. That was horrible. Shout out to David Tua, man.
You think it
I
was
was
worse than Tommy
David
Morrison, Ray
Sears is
Mercer?
absolute.
that David Tua one. David Tua is one of those punts
Oh,
that
Galata
never got a belt.
and
David Tua is one of those
Lennox
guys that
Lewis.
never got one,
Yeah.
man. I wish that he never got one. He never got a belt. What's up, Savage? Why Savage in here? Yeah, Savage come running in like, "Oh, you talking about
Rico's on the phone.
Listen, David Tua. Like I know he didn't say this to John Ruiz, but that fight where he fought, I can't remember his name, but it was like a Irish dude. He was tough, and he said, "I'm really gonna hurt you, and I want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do so."
Yeah,
David
trash
Tua?
talking. That's what you call trash
David
talking.
Tua was different. He's the one that actually put the Samoan boxing on the map because nobody
Yeah.
knew David Tua. If he punched you,
Oh man.
he was like, we was calling him the next Mike
Well,
Tyson.
for
Yeah.
me, he was. I mean, him, Ray Mercer, Mike Tyson were three of the most ferocious boxers of the 80s and 90s.
Oh man,
They were. Oh my
what a
god!
time to be alive!
If I had
Shucks, I
them
missed it. I
three, if
missed
I
it.
had them three guys in a bar behind me, I'd start fights with anybody.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean?
These
They
guys
would clean up,
cracking.
absolutely clean up.
These guys was cracking. But yeah, does Saul get the credit? I want to. I listen. Y'all know how I feel about Saul Canelo Alvarez. I wanted to say, yeah, he gets credit because I rate TC high. I rate TC higher than I have Canelo on my pound for pound. If y'all go on my X, you see I got him higher than I have Saul. Does he get the credit though that he deserves for being? A lot of people would say no. He's supposed to be the TC, who we think is pound for pound number 2, if not 2 or 3, if you don't have Usyk as number 1.
Yeah, I think in terms of Canelo getting credit, it'd be something that history would look back kinder upon because they'll see Terence Crawford, they'll look back on a two-weight undisputed champion who was quote unquote daring to be great, and Canelo was willing to put it on the line and say, "No, I'm not going to stonewall you out. I'm giving you the chance. If
Yeah,
you can make history, make it, but I'm not going to make it easy for you. I'm coming to take your head off." So
yeah,
we'll see. I think he will get credit. Obviously, not as much as Terence Crawford would get if he wins. But the only thing that worries me about this fight with Terence Crawford, yes, we talk about him having a few more tools in his tool bag than a Canelo Alvarez. But we've talked about guys like that before. The only thing that makes me a little bit of a believer in TC is his mindset and his IQ, because we've had guys who have had skill like Charlo, who came up, who people said, he's got a decent amount of tools in his bag, but when he got in there, he didn't have the right mindset. He came in to survive. I fully believe Crawford is coming to win. He's not coming
yeah.
to just collect the check. The
He's
check
not a
is a nice
survivor.
bonus, but he's
Yeah,
coming in there saying, "I'm gonna try to beat you down the way I did Errol Spence."
yeah. I think
He's going in there to do
got.
a job.
He'll have a game plan. He'll know that he has to outpunch Canelo, outmaneuver him, outwill him in that ring at times. And he knows if he's got, he's a very intelligent man, so he knows he's going to get taken to the trenches by Canelo in certain times of the fight, and that's going to be testament to his willpower, which, from what I've seen, it's yet to be tested. It's yet to be doubted. I wouldn't say tested, doubted.
Yeah,
because
that's a hell of a saying right there. You need to put that on a shirt. My willpower isn't tested; it's undoubted.
there you
What,
go,
Alex?
Yeah.
Mr. Neutral.
Rock, if you
You
want
have
shirt
you have
ideas,
to.
let me know.
Remember that, guys, on a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, so after this week, you know, it's coming up of this fight that we got. We already talked about everything we got. The next week is kind of the reason why I wanted to bring this up before we get up out of here. Is March 29th. You know, we have the Micaiah Mayer versus Sandy Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Rematch. Yeah.
we're gonna do that again. It's a lot to talk about with this card. The reason why I said there's a lot to talk about, it's a lot to talk about with you gents. Mr. Neutral and Ricco. Ricco was very passionate with the Sandy Ryan and Michaela May. I want to get
Still
thoughts on that. And then I want to switch over and I want to get Mr. Neutral's thoughts on Mr. Brian Norman Jr. because I remember Mr. Neutral was standing 10 toes down against anybody who was going against and was talking bad about Brian Norman, calling him a duck or anything. Mr. Neutral stood in the fire against everybody and was in there
for no reason.
throwing people over the ropes at the
Because I'm a
Royal Rumble.
believer.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Trill knows.
And you chose Norman Jr.
Yeah. So
Fuck you.
we're definitely going to talk about that card because also on that night, not also as that taking place, the rematch with Kevin Farmer and William Zepeda will be taking place too. But I'm gonna start first with the Micaiah Mayer versus. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with the undercard. Bruce Shoo Carrington, who is looking to eye Nick Ball for the next opportunity to fight Nick Ball. He is willing to go to Liverpool. He said, you know what? I am willing to leave the Brooklyn, the comfortability of my home in New York, and I want to go over there and challenge myself against the great Nick Ball over there in Liverpool, England. I want to go across the pond and be great like Marvin Hagler did when he won his first title. I want to do the same thing and go over there and try to win a title. How do you gentlemen feel about that if that fight gets to be made?
Who the hell does he think he is?
Fuck
I'm sorry, but mate, back up. All right.
Fuck culo. Fuck
we need to know who you are first before we identify after Nick Ball lays you out, buddy. I don't know this person, and I don't really like their energy. I don't like their energy. I don't like them as a human. I don't know what this gentleman looks like.
A pronoun.
Nice.
Them.
That's
He's
crazy.
using pronouns now.
Nah, do you know what it is? I'm sick and tired of people playing with Nick Ball's name, bro. I'm sick of it.
Ricco, let me embellish what you're about to say, right? Big up Shushu Carrington first and foremost, because that is the attitude. That
I would never say that. Why?
Stay still. Big up Shushu Carrington from Brooklyn, New York, because I tell you why. We need more of Shushu Carrington in boxing. That mentality. I'll go to the champion's backyard. But like Devin Haney, twice in Australia, signed a rematch contract, went there again, kept his word. We need to see more of that. And Shushu Carrington has done that and saying, I will go to Liverpool. He's number 3 ranked in the rankings. And he said, no. I want my name up there right now because there's a Nui calling out Nick Ball. There's got Quello, the WBA mandatory. You got Stephen Fulton. People are throwing the names in. And Shushu Carrington's gone, no, I'm right behind these guys. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling Nick Ball, listen, if anything that fails with them jokers, I'm the one that's coming and willing to come to Liverpool and give you another defensive homecoming. Mate, big up that mentality. I want to see that more. And not that, residual mentality, you got to come to me and it's all my terms and that. And, bullshit. This guy he's hungry, Shushu Carrington. He's got the tools.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ricco. I know you love balls, but but you gotta respect. You gotta respect. Oh, pause. I didn't even. I'm sorry. Fuck you. I didn't even mean it. I was gonna say, but you gotta respect.
And on that, good night, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not even my birthday.
We
It's not
are
even my
here.
birthday.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. I know you love. I know
The
you
way I'm gonna clip that, bro. Oh my days, bro. So I understand what
I don't know if you want to
You
clip it,
understand
Ricco,
what I
with
was
him
trying
saying
to
you
say,
love
but you
another
gotta give
man's, you know what.
Carrington.
I have no idea what you were trying to say, but I'm pro woke or whatever.
But you gotta.
Go on, Trill.
I know you're a fan of balls. I know
Said it
you like Nick.
again. Exact the same.
I know you like Nick. You know what I'm saying?
He's a fan of Nick's balls.
This needs to be on the freaking Twitter clip. This needs to be on the Twitter clip.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Nah. I'm not.
He came
Yeah,
in
I'm
like
not going
a
viral for
wrecking
banter about me
ball.
liking Nick.
I know
You know what that song does to me? Stop
yeah,
it.
I know you like Nick Balls. But can't you respect Shoo, you know, as
No.
a young champion?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Nah, that's
If Maury was here, bro, and I had the lie detector test, nothing would buzz.
moving right along, you know.
Yeah.
Why are people playing with Nick Ball's name?
That was
Says
Why
iBoxingHub.
do they have Ball's
that's why-
name? What True. You've got Ball's name in your mouth. All right. I don't what
that was a reach, Ricco. We know you.
Oh, do you know what it is?
That
I'm
was-
sorry, but
To my
that
British
was
people!
what
That
the
was-
fucking hell?
That was
Who was that?
Yes,
Brian
my
Norman.
brother.
Brian Norman Jr., Mr. Neutral, the classy one.
Where's Brian Norman?
He'll be fighting on the undercard of the Micaiah Mayer Sandy Ryan.
Right.
Fight
right.
on the 29th.
Who's he fighting?
Are you fighting?
And that's about his level.
Derek
He's
Cavaz.
Yeah,
Cavaz.
Cavaz. It's just mandatory.
Now they
Crazy.
trying to make the next fight, right? They're saying because Boots.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all been seeing any of these clips, you know, but Boots has been looking phenomenal in the gym, you know.
Yeah.
He's been looking like he has got his second win back. Those last two performances from Karen, he wants people to forget, but we don't know how good Karen is. Karen can mess around and really be one of them goats, you know.
Why did they name him Karen?
We just
I don't understand why they did that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Whoever's
Because his name is Karen.
That's his name, Karen. You know,
which is all right. Yeah, fair enough. I hear that.
Listen,
It's-
you know
it's-
why his name is Karen?
it's-
Because he wants to speak to your manager because he wants to fight.
It's like he's gonna be yeah, you know why his name is Karen is because you know he's very aggravating.
Shoot.
Yeah.
In the ring.
And very white.
You know, he's very aggravating in that ring.
Very Caucasian.
Yeah. So Brian Norman Jr. If the dude talks like, you know, he might be fighting, you know, Boots. They might make that fight afterwards. If Boots could get past Stanionis, you know, maybe him and Boots.
And to be fair to Brian Norman Jr. and team, big up them, they've always said we will revisit the table with Boots Ennis.
Yeah, too late now. You're not.
Why
getting
is
the
it
amount
too
of
late?
bread that they offer.
I mean,
because he's not getting the amount of money that they offered him the first time,
brother.
Eddie,
when he beats Cuevas, Ricco.
Oh, the dangerous Cuevas,
and Eddie comes back right with a better offer. We'll see the fight.
Eddie will love
it. Ye of little faith. Ye of little faith.
I spoke to Eddie the other day, and he was telling me, he said, "Yo, you remember when you predicted that Boots is gonna go for undisputed at 147?" You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yeah." He
there
said,
you go.
Nostradamus, this is what I'm gonna try to do,
bro.
So
crazy.
We see that this is gonna happen. I think that he's gonna definitely try to make this run at undisputed at 147. Mr. Neutral, the classy one, because you was really big on Brian Norman and holding him there. How do you?
Yes, sir.
How do you see his chances really going into this this fight with Boots if he could get past Stanionis? How you thinking that's really gonna look?
Boots gonna win. Easy.
Well, Boots is going to have his toughest test of his career against Stanionis for a start.
Definitely coming up.
You know, the Virgil Ortiz fight, if anyone was paying attention, and Stanionis dropped him twice, Boots has got to be aware of that class, because look at what Virgil Ortiz did in his last fight against Madrimov. You know, God knows what Stanionis would do him. So Boots coming up to 154, putting on 7 pounds of extra. We'll see. He's got the skill. I love Boots' skill, but he won't get away with showboating with these guys. Oh no! And Stanionis is the one that will make him pay if he's not on his A game.
Fair.
Yeah, Alex, how do you feel about the first? I want to ask you about the Shushu, you know, challenging Nick Bull, and then I want to ask you what's your thoughts on Brian Norman Jr. and the homie Boots going at it.
I like Shushu. The first time I saw him, he was on, one of those top ranked cards, and I just happened to be watching. I'm like, dang, this kid's got skill. I like his mentality. He said, yeah, I'm not that guy yet in terms of if you have the Inoue fight on the table, of course take it. But if he's not available, I'm right here. I'm willing to go to your backyard to do it. I'm willing to take, less. He's supposed to, take less money, and he'll go over there and he'll take the fight. I respect it a lot. So I don't know if that's next for him. I think he's going to have another fight or two before he challenges a Nick Ball. But I look forward to seeing Shushu's future. As for Brian Norman Jr., I will never forgive you for robbing Boots the opportunity to whoop your ass in front of a live studio
And
audience.
that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Listen, Brian Norman Jr., you were like, oh, I don't want to fight in, Philadelphia where, it's going to be a hometown for him. That's the only place that
Man, shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Like, you're biological father.
Whoa. Hey, wait, whoa.
No, I'm talking about Brian Norman Sr., y'all. I'm talking about Brian Norman Sr.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, just one second. Right. It's open panel Fridays, right? But language, firstly.
My bad. My passion is Brian Norman Sr. is full of crap. That's what it is.
I agree. We agree on that.
We all agree.
He's a real stupid biological father like Kid Austin.
I beg to differ.
No. Kid Austin's dad is an elite.
Wait. Hold on.
In the immortal words of Ricco, back the fuck up with that kind of rhetoric right now.
Their biological fathers ain't nothing but saying
back
all
the
lies.
fuck up, sir. I love you, Chase, but back up.
Shit, like Shakur Stevenson, everybody still talking bad down to Shakur Stevenson.
Brian Norman Sr. is a stand-up guy. I will not have that.
Kid Austin.
Egregious talk.
Oh! I went to the hospital and this and another. Shut the fuck up.
That is, that's another league. Brian Norman Jr. Sr. is nowhere near that kind of madness.
Chase,
that biological father ain't doing a damn thing but talking.
Where you been this whole time, Chase? Where you been?
Nah, nothing. My man just came from working out. I mean, I wish I could go back to working, but I'm sore as fuck. But I don't give a fuck, man. I just want to stay busy, get some work done. I'm hella mad that KSI and Dylan Dennis next week fight is canceled.
Whoa,
That's
Chase. We have to remember. Wait, hold on. What you have to remember is Chase, right?
Okay, my bad.
I'm not trying
to make entertaining.
Let my man cook. Let my man cook.
I'm just mad
because
Kid Austin pull out of the fight. I understand he is mad and upset, but the truth of the matter is, you people spend their hard, good earning money to go see you fight against Dylan Dennis. Will get his ass whooped just like Logan Paul did, and all of a sudden this fucking canceled. I'm hella mad at that shit.
As you should be.
Yes, my brother.
Now that we got you back, Ricco, Michaela Mayer and Sandy, your girl Ryan, Bloodstained Ryan, she finally gets to get some get back, what was done wrong to her.
Bloodstained Ryan is crazy. Bloodstained Ryan is outrageous. I can't lie. That's out there.
I like that. I thought it was
I don't like it, and I don't like the way that you adopt people with nicknames, except for mine. So we're not doing that there. We're not going to support it either. So you can stop that. Nah, no, it's not. Nah.
Do you think that Sandy Ryan?
I think she won the first one, and she's going to win the second one.
I thought she won the first one. But go ahead.
I thought she definitely won.
Oh man, I just can't wait for the Chris Eubank and Conor Ben situation.
I can't wait till that fight comes to. I got great promo.
I hope Chris Eubank knocks that cheater the fuck out. Cold.
Chase.
We're gonna get to that. Chase. Just follow the bounce ball right now.
By the way, guys, I've got to go. I've got a prior
I'll be there.
engagement. So once again, thank you for having Mr. Trill on. I'll see you all soon.
Hope they have great food.
It's always good. It's always good when the Mr. Neutral, the classy one, is on. We'll see you Sunday, Mr. Neutral. Me and Ricco will lock in.
See you Sunday, guys. Take care.
You already.
See you, Mr. Neutral. See you on Sunday.
And what's the stadium again, you guys, for Chris Eubank and Conor Ben?
Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah, stadium.
What's the arena again?
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Okay. Oh, I hope they have great food though. That would be great.
Hey, Ricco, you're the resident
I believe they will.
UK guy. Tell us, how is their cuisine?
The cuisine's banging, bro. Honestly, it's good. It's gonna be. You're gonna enjoy it, bro. But
I want
man,
chicken.
Boiled potatoes.
I want their chicken. I want all of that. And pizza.
So who you picking out of Sandy Ryan and Michaela Mayer? And then I'm going to you, Alex. Then I'm gonna go to you, Chase.
Yeah, no problem.
Who do y'all got for Michaela Mayer and Sandy Ryan?
I got my queen Sandy every day and twice on a Sunday.
Are you being geographically racist?
Nah, I'm being she's gonna punch her up. That's what it is.
Alex.
Go on, Chase.
Alex.
Sandy, she's hot.
I can't do. Alex will go with you, and then Trill wrap it.
Well, listen here. I've seen plenty of fights not go the right way the first time around, but it get corrected in the rematch. O'Shaquie Foster in his first fight got robbed against. Don't even remember his name. Don't want to know his name, but he got robbed. He said it right the second time.
A bank robbery.
Ryan will set it right this time.
I really think that a young lady like Michaela Mayer, who's been robbed twice in the UK, will get some UK love from Ricco.
But hope she gets robbed the third time, bro.
But we will.
Hope I'm there.
You hope she gets robbed the third time. That's crazy. But Chase, who you said you was going for? You said you was going for Sid Ryan?
Yes.
All right.
Mark my words.
No words. That's it. Last question before we get out of here. I gotta ask you, Chase, because you brought it up.
Yo,
you got Conor Ben, or you got Chris Eubank?
Chris Eubank all the way. I don't respect fucking cheater dirtbag like Conor Ben. He is a cheap bastard, cheating bastard, acting like he's fucking father.
Chase, you are demonetizing me right now with every
my bad. I just don't appreciate his character that he act like he got power like his father. He don't.
You don't respect Eggs Benedict.
Gang with your bald-headed ass.
Trill, do the outros. Trill, do the outros right now.
The views and opinions of Chase Greatness do not represent iBoxingHub as a whole and all the faces and names you see on this screen. It was great seeing you, gentlemen. I'm out. Peace out.
All right, you guys. That Conor Ben Dosser will get exactly what he deserved on that fight. He's a Dosser.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another great episode of Across the Way. This is the Friday panel. This was amazing, man. We had some great people on, man. Shout out to Chase Greatness. Shout out to Mr. Neutral, the classy one. Shout out to my man, Alexander, the great one. You know what I mean? And shout out to the Ricco Suave, the smooth one. My co-host. Is always a pleasure, man. When I get to sit here and chop it up with you and we talk boxing with the people.
It's never boring, is it?
Yeah, it's never. This is great. This is another one. I am the commissioner, aka Trill. You see the Q code down below, right under me. Make sure y'all go and hit the Q code. download the album. You already know what it is. We out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We got another one in the bag.
Hell yeah, we gon' live it up. And drive the haters crazy, we gon' burn the clutch. And ball outrageous, we gon' double up. It's all for the fam, cause all we got is us. Real nigga can't step on them. Protect at all costs, put a vest on them.